Time for River Dragons hockey. Tonight's game is brought to you by Houston Clinic, Aflac, Burger King, B&B Beverage Company, West Georgia Oral and Facial Surgery, Victoryland Casino, Candlewood Suites, WLTZ NBC 38, Interstate National Truck and Trailer, CDC Cypress Partners, Vaporville, Buffalo Rock, Pepsi Cola, Golden Corral, Broadwin & Associates, and B&B Broadcasting. Now, let's start the game with the voice of River Dragons hockey, Zak DeBeaussaert.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas. Welcome into the Columbus Civic Center, or that is the virtual Columbus Civic Center. We're here on the NHL Virtual Sim from our friends at the Under Review. And yes, I am Columbus River Dragons play-by-play man, Zak DeBeaussaert. We're going to have a very fun game for you here this afternoon. The River Dragons, as you can see, clad in their teal jerseys. No Sash Columbus available in the game. We'll see if we can work that into the next edition of the Chell series. And the Thunderbirds, they'll be rocking their white jerseys this afternoon from Virtual Georgia. Looking back at the series so far, Columbus has already won the series in terms of points and in terms of games. When you go back to Friday, an absolute classic that we saw on the highlights, Carolina takes an early 2-0 lead thanks to Daniel Martin and Victor Grebennikov. Yanni Liarakos, one of the big-time studs for Columbus this season. He actually led the River Dragons in assists prior to the season being canceled. He gets one on the board. Michael Bunn would then answer 3-1 Carolina going into the third period, going down late into the third period. It looked very much like it was all doom and gloom for Columbus in front of their virtual home fans, but not so fast. The River Dragons turned into Riverboat Gamblers, pulling the netminder, and then Jacob Gerson, one of the rookies on the team, pots in a goal from in close, made it 3-2 with about 45 seconds left. Jay Krupp then on a wraparound with less than 10 to go, tied it up, made it 3-3. Two extra attacker goals for Columbus, forced it into overtime, and made sure the team split the points in some way, shape, or form. Now, in a very strange sense, very true to form, Carolina this season has not had a game finish in overtime. Every single one of their games, when it's tied at regulation, always goes into a shootout. And for Columbus, they are undefeated in the shootout leading up to our virtual sim. Well, what did we see in overtime? Zip. Nada, zilch. We saw no goals, and that led us to the shootout. And while Columbus was certainly to be favored, it would be Carolina who gets on the board first. Jan Salak scoring in the top of the second. Columbus captain Chase Fallis then, he would get Columbus on the board in a shoot or go home situation. And I say that because it was the third round. Of course, we're playing in the NHL series of games, so that's a best of 3 shootout, not a best of 5 as the Fed is traditionally done. However, we had to go to a fourth round, and it ended up being Cameron Dimmitt who scored for Columbus to win them the extra point. Columbus had 2 points out of 3 heading into Saturday's game. And what we saw yesterday on the Under Review's Twitch channel, where games are streamed live, Columbus and Carolina was picked to be one of the 2 that was going to be played live. Columbus getting on the board with a couple of power play goals through Yanni Liarakos and Ivan Bondarenko. Yuri Pargach made it interesting in the third period, making it 2-1. However, an empty net goal with about 5 seconds left from Cameron Dimmitt ended up being technically his second of the weekend, if you give him credit for the shootout winner in the goals category, as the Fed does. Dimmitt's empty netter gave Columbus all 3 points in regulation. That's 5 out of the 6 so far. So Columbus has the lion's share of points, has 2 out of 3 wins. And Carolina, they will have to pull something out of tonight's game. They are trying to stave off the Port Huron Prowlers, who have been on a tear recently. The Port Huron Prowlers, one of the last games that I saw, completely wiped the floor with the Danville Dashers. And at this point in the season, based on how the Under Review has been keeping up with their statistics and their standings so far, Danville can no longer catch Port Huron for the second position. That means in the West, we know it's going to be Carolina and Port Huron having home ice advantage. But Port Huron, they're inching closer and closer as Carolina's dropping points to Columbus, so the Thunderbirds with a very important road game here tonight in the Virtual Civic Center. Over in the East, oh man, this race is tightening up big time. Danbury just percentage points ahead of Elmira right now. 105 points through 51 games for the Hat-Tricks, 108 points on 53 games for the Enforcers. Enforcers will play 60 games. I do believe Danbury plays 58. Don't have that number right in front of me, so I apologize for that. But we will keep our eyes on that race at the very top of the East as we move along in this season sim. Of course, hope everybody out there is staying safe. The coronavirus still out there. We're still working on flattening the curve and, of course, doing our part here as I'm broadcasting this from my apartment. So here we go. Welcome in to the newly revamped Civic Center. Look at that extra level. Look at those flames on the Jumbotron. Of course, it's all in good fun. We're very excited to bring this game here for you today. As we mentioned, the Thunderbirds rocking the road white jerseys with the black and red trim. You see Christian Pavlos. He is in net. He'll be starting over in the net to our left. Cody Karpinski wearing the number 33. And the River Dragons rocking the teals with the black secondaries. Thunderbirds left to right. River Dragons right to left. The puck is down, and the Aflac first period can begin. Dominic Fate pushes this one up to Peter Panachik. He takes the check in the corner, and now Shapitsin's trying to push it out to center. Panachik holds in. Vlasov to Fate D to D. Now Vlasov throwing it back. Some catch being played, and now intercepted in the middle as Bondarenko will skate this one out to center. Bondarenko, left wing circle, pushes this one down deep. Goes all the way around for Graham. Runs into the boards. Lost it for a moment. Salak will take it off of his stick. Jan Salak, the last time these two teams met in real life, had a heck of a game. A 4-goal game. Of course, that was a 9-3 victory for Carolina, slightly overshadowed by some on-ice shenanigans, which, of course, you can probably find if you're that curious. Shapitsin, a shot from distance, and a save made by Pavlos, and we get our first whistle tonight. 17:40 left to go here in the Aflac first period. Thunderbirds and River Dragons here in Game 3 of 3 this weekend. Dimmitt wins the draw from Osaka. Pistukov left point, DeCristofaro right point. They play some catch. Pistukov now with it at the center. Goes to the right circle to Krupp. He dives down low to Fallis in the middle, and a chance saved by Pavlos as Cameron Dimmitt was looking for another big-time goal, and he was shut down by the Slovakia netminder. Dimmitt and Bakor doing a little dancing in front. Of course, you'll see that a lot, as fans of the Chell series will often know. I thank many of the fine partners who helped bring hockey back to West Georgia in the Columbus area and East Alabama as well, such as Interstate National Truck and Trailer, the Golden Corral, and Buffalo Rock. Of course, many more that you'll hear throughout tonight's game, we hope, and they'll be on board for next year, as we have got a lot planned for Columbus River Dragons hockey. Here come the Thunderbirds back the other way. Butita left wing circle, drops this one back to Bakor in the middle to Osaka. Bakor fires a shot, that one blocked in front by Fallis. Fallis going to skate this one up. He's one-on-one, but he's got a couple of back checkers on him. Fallis, right wing circle to the middle. Kostukov waits, and he waited too long, and Bakor took it off of his stick. 15-20 to go here in the first. Now Bakor's one-on-one. He's right wing circle with it and has to spin it back. Bakor to the middle. Klenechki had his stick tied up, and the River Dragons are going to force it out to center. Here's the captain, Chase Fallis, left wing circle. He stops it up, looking for a passing lane. None there. Left point, off the bench. Ozelich score! Edgar Ozelich off the bench into the back of the net. And the River Dragons have an early 1-0 lead. 14:27 to go in the first. Ozelich from Fallis and Dimmitt, and you could see nobody picked up Edgar Ozelich off of the bench as the defense were in the midst of a line change. Thunderbirds a bit late getting to cover the high slot. And Ozelich, not usually known for goal scoring, but he's known for a heavy shot. Last one by Pavlos for the early 1-0 lead. We're back underway here at the virtual Civic Center. Martin drops this one back to Peshtuka. Now back up for Martin as he's in over the line. Left circle, a shot, save made. And rebound, Ozelich will clear. Here's DeNicola. Up the left wing side. He's looking for a shooting lane. DeNicola to the middle. Hayes and a shoulder save made by Pavlos. Run into a little bit there, but he will cover up the puck and prevent it from going over the line. 13:32 left to go here in the Aflac first period. 1-0 Columbus leads. So I want to thank all of our friends in West Georgia and East Alabama who participated in the River Dragons Text to Win contest this season. course, with the season officially canceled, we have no more tickets left for you to win. But thank you for being involved with that. And that was thanks to Bud Light, Circle K, and the River Dragons, getting fans tickets to every home game this season in the real Civic Center. Here's Kenny, right wing circle. He skates it into the zone. He'll drop it back. A little give and go played with Pargach. Pargach, right wing circle. Now to Martin at the top of the left. Ozelinch will take it off of him. Hayes tries to move this one to center. He will, taking a bit of stick work at the right point. He's slowed up, tied up along the boards. Hayes to the middle. DeNicola tried to wind up from the slot. He was tied up. To the high slot, C.J. Hayes laying it off right circle. Lennartson, save made. Pavlos standing up big in the butterfly, able to keep that one in front of him. 11:46 left to go here in the Aflac first period. Still 1-0 Columbus on Edgar's Ozelinch. His first goal of the simulation that we know of. And if you factor in the stats from before we got canceled, second of the year. Gerson and Grebennikov in on this draw to the left of Pavlos. They tie up. Vlasov will come in and win it. Push this one ahead to McIntyre. The former NHLer now in this game with a different jersey. McIntyre fires and a save made there by Karpinski. McIntyre still with it to the left point. Vlasov now fake right circle to Holt. Down for Grebennikov in the corner. He's pushed into the boards there. McIntyre uses his big body to create some help. Far side circle. San Paulo skates this one out to center with 10.5 to go here in the first. Across left wing circle. Hergott fires and a pad save made there by Pavlos. Fate in the near side corner, rims this one around in his own end. San Paulo stood up big time there by Vlasov. Now McIntyre's going to move this one ahead, left wing side, 3-on-2 as he hits the line. McIntyre stops up along the half wall, now drives down deeper, waits, fires, and a pad save made there by Karpinski, and the rebound flutters to the near corner. George Holt picks it out of feet, Fate to the middle, and McIntyre was tied up there. Right wing circle, he's still with it though on the forehand. Vlasov back for McIntyre, high slot, scores! Steve McIntyre. Well, you can probably score goals with him in older editions of NHL, but now he's got one here to tie up the game at the 11:19 mark of the Aflac first period. Steve McIntyre, a little bit of a screen there in front, but goes blocker side past Karpinski. Some 33-on-33 action there. McIntyre, I do believe his first of the sim, and if you count the stats from before, what would be his second of the year. So we're tied 1-1, 8:41 left to go in the Aflac first period. Bunn and Graham on the draw. Carolina wins it. We're back underway. Bunn, left wing circle, stopping this one up to the middle. Salak fires a shot, deflect. It's in, but does it count? No. The referee waves off no. Looked like that puck took a funny hop, and I think they're saying it was pushed in by a glove. Trying to see a replay here. Salak celebrating there in the crease. We mentioned his exploits against the River Dragons back when play was going on. Can't see much from the inside the net cam, and we'll see. Shell reviews happen very quickly, and here's the call. It is a goal! So just like that, the Thunderbirds in about 30 or so game seconds, even quicker in real life, have made it 2-1. Salak with his first of the game, and the only other time he had registered on the goal sheet in terms of this sim series. Of course, he had the shootout tally, the lone one for Carolina. It was back on Friday. Panachik with a chance to the side of the net, and Karpinski dives on the rebound, and that gives us a chance to go to our media timeout. 7:42 left to go in the Aflac first period. 2-1 Carolina from the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Whether you're in need of short or long-term storage solutions, Shredaway offers compliant and secure options right here in Columbus. Shredaway's facility is securely monitored 24/7 with gated access for additional protection. And Shredaway's professional staff, fully trained and certified, ensure that your records are safe from collection to storage. Peace of mind is their top priority. For more information, go to shredaway.com. Shredaway, safe and secure document storage locally.
Back here at the Virtual Civic Center, face-off coming to the left of Karpinski. Graham going to take this draw against Bunn. 2-1 Carolina, 7:42 left to go in the first. Goals from Ozelinch for Columbus opened us up, but then McIntyre and Salak, on perhaps slightly controversial fashion, have made this 2-1 Carolina. DeCristofaro trying to get this out of his own end. Bunn intercepts right wing circle. This one rims around. Panachik has it. Salak to the middle. Bunn and a glove save made by Karpinski. cool as a cucumber, top of the crease and shutting him down with the leather. That media timeout came at a good time for the River Dragons. They were able to settle themselves down and try and get back in this game. Zak DeBeaussaert tied up in the feet, and the River Dragons will win it with wing support. Here comes Krupp over to Fallis, in over the line, right wing circle. Krupp had his stick clashed there by Klinecki. Krupp still with it behind the net. Now moving it up to the right point. Over to the circle for Dimmitt. He takes a check. Loose there. Dimmitt still with it. High slot a shot. It fluttered on him and goes wide of the glove hand of Pavlos. 5:25 left to go here in the first. 2-1 Carolina in the Aflac first period. Left wing circle. Here's Krivolovic with it. He runs it down into the corner. Ozilic puts a push onto him. Osaka shot, a shoulder save made there by Karpinski. Krivolovic in the corner. Krupp able to intercept. Now laying it off to his captain. He moves it up the left wing side. He's in one-on-one. Fallis trying to deke. Lost the puck. It was in his skates. Still back with it. Ozilic gives it back in a pad save. Made there on the near post by Pavlos. McCord tries to skate this one out. Hayes is able to clog that up at the blue line. Hayes holds in left point, top of the circle. He gets rubbed out, but still in the zone with it. Ozilic flicks it to the middle. Fallis, high slot, moves it left circle. Now he takes a big check there from Bakor. Osaka able to knock it away from the man. Plays it up to Butita, and he's into the neutral zone. And over the line, John Butita, high slot to Pargach, and he scores! Yuri Pargach letting one rip from the high slot, top right corner. Pargach's second goal in as many games. 2:39 to go in the first, and it's 3-1 Carolina. See right there, very quick release from Pargach. Not a lot of time for Karpinski to react. Quick one-timer. Those will beat even the best of netminders. Pargach going a little bit deep there into the crease to celebrate his goal. Of course, we know these teams aren't really fans of one another. We'll see if that boils over later in tonight's contest. Back underway here with just over 2 to play in the first. Carolina trying to move it even more now. And Martin got knocked away by Kostukov. Here's Gerson up the wall, left wing side to Hergot. Now San Paulo, he runs out of room, but able to pass it into the zone for Gerson. Gerson to Hergot, in the middle, scores! Backhand and a beauty of a move. Score, and Owen brings it back within one. Well, something about getting your first in the sim and second overall in the season. Oren Hergot, look at the move around Pavlos. They don't call him scoring Oren for nothing, as he makes it a 3-2 game now, late in the first. 1:36 left to go in the Aflac first period. The offense has been outstanding. Very, very unsimilar to last night's game, where last night finished 3-1. We're already over that. It was just over a minute to go here in the first. Columbus was trying to pressure for the equalizer. Now here comes McIntyre, right wing side. He's in over the line. Kostukov bodying him up. Holt had a chance in front, and the puck fell loose for Karpinski with 35.6 left to go here in the first. Carolina 3, Columbus 2. It's been a barn burner so far. Happy you're joining us in this part of the unofficial FPHL season sim, with the rest of the 2019-2020 season canceled due to the coronavirus pandemic. Left wing circle. Here's Learakos in over the line. Learakos waits, fires on a glove save made by Pavlos. 4.4 left to go here in the first. Carolina 3, Columbus 2. Let's see if this faceoff can produce anything. If Columbus can really get the momentum heading into the locker room. Bunn and Graham on the draw. It's down, tied up in the feet. Carolina gets it ahead. Panachik through center, and that will do it for 20 minutes of play. Goal scoring from perhaps not the guys you were expecting. Edgar Ozilic, maybe not so much him, but scoring Oren Hergot definitely for Columbus. Over on the other side, it's Big Steve McIntyre opening up the scoring for Carolina. More who you would expect. How about Jan Salak and Yuri Pargach? Pargach's goal right now the difference. Hergot, though, he has the most recent one to bring Columbus back within one. It's 3-2 after 20. And we will be back. This media timeout is brought to you by WLTZ NBC 38.
Your vision, our drive. That's our motto at Express Printing, providing printing and copy services for big businesses and small families. We bring big ideas to the world of graphic design and printing. Visit us at 1520 13th Avenue in Columbus or call 706 888-323-5639. We can also be found online at the letter X, PressPrintingAndDesign.com. Express Printing, if you can imagine it, we can do it.
We've invented a new messaging system using the crisp sounds of Bud Light. Crisp Code. Lesson 42. This is how you say happy hour. It's happy hour. Let's go get some Bud Lights. That's it for today.
Brewed with no corn syrup. Bud Light. Crisp. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Back here and just about ready for the Liberty Utilities second period. We see a virtual full crowd in the Columbus Civic Center. We are ready to go here. Graham versus Bunn. River Dragons left to right across your screen in the third teal jerseys. Thunderbirds in the road whites. They're going to go right to left. Puck is down. We're underway. Here's Bondarenko, right wing circle. Tries to play it back to the point, and Klauston lost it there along the boards. Here's Bunn. He's going to go one-on-one with Shapitsin back. Bunn, big hit. Check that. That was by Graham. 8-2, and Graham just flattened Bunn. Jan Salaka, big save made by Karpinski on the right pillow. Here's Graham for Shapitsin. Now up ahead to Lirakos. 3-on-3 as he hits the line just on side. Lirakos left circle and a save made. Pavlas gathers the rebound and is able to cover. 18:23 to go here in the Liberty Utilities second period. Let's see that hit again. MJ Graham lighting up Michael Bunn. Whoo, he caught airborne on that one. We will get a face-off down in the Carolina end. Coming to the right of Pavlas. Osaka versus Dimmitz. They tie up. Osaka will win it clean. Fake gives it over to Vlasov. He pushes it out to neutral ice. Butita, good cross-ice pass. Krivolovic, right wing circle, fires up and scores. Jan Krivolovic, 17:55 to go in the second. And another Caribbean goal scorer makes his mark on this game. Carolina 4, Columbus 2. Some good transition play right there by the Thunderbirds. And Krivolovic, you give him that much space, he will burn you. Real life or virtual life, that is for sure. Brave few that are wearing the red and white of Carolina celebrate here in the virtual Civic Center. 17:55 to go in the Liberty Utilities second period, and we're back underway. Carolina wins the draw, but Dimmitz able to intercept, has to play it back. Kostukov has it at the red line. Kostukov taking some abuse. Now played back to the Carolina line, but Core lost it to Cristofaro up for Krupp. Right wing side, he'll win this one around. 4-2, Thunderbirds lead here in the virtual Civic Center. Kostukov, left point. Di Cristofaro, center point. Krupp in the middle. Knocked down in the slot, but able to play it back to the defense. Di Cristofaro and Kostukov play a lot of catch. Fallis left wing circle. Now Di Cristofaro back for Fallis in the right wing circle. Didn't have anything to shoot at. Di Cristofaro, center point. Lets one go and wide of the blocker hand on Pavlas. Butita over for Osaka. A lot of good passing there for Columbus on that rush, but not much to show for it. Krivolovic another chance. And that one blocked in front. Looked like Dimmitt got in the way of it. Just over 15 to play here in the second. Osaka walks in, pad save made, second effort, and another save by Karpinski as he was getting to his near post. Now left wing side, coming in with it over the line to Nicola. He takes a check. Lenartson trying to lead block for him to the right point. Ozelinch, and now backward to Nicola. They play catch, left point. Kugler winds up and fires, inadvertently blocked by Dimmitt. Ozelinch finds one, and again inadvertently blocked in front by our River Dragon. I think that time it was Lenartson. Now Krivolovic over the line, but offsides with 13:34 left to go here in period 2. Carolina 4, Columbus 2. So far, the only goal to speak of in this second period, it belongs to Jan Krivolovic, and it has doubled the Thunderbirds' lead here on a Sunday afternoon. There's Columbus with 5 points out of 6 already in this series. They've won the series for all intents and purposes, and well, they're trying to catch the Danville Dashers. Meanwhile, the Thunderbirds, they're trying to keep the Port Huron Prowlers at bay, so a win for them of any kind would be a lot for their standings positioning. Left wing side, in over the line. Lirakos with a chance and a pad save. Pavlas. Graham with a chance, blockered away by Pavlas. Behind the net, Lirakos thought about one way, goes to the far side. Back to the left point, Shapitsin in the middle and whiffed on there as MJ Graham couldn't get his body turned towards goal. McIntyre for Kenny, now up ahead. Here's Grebennikov, 2-on-2 with Holt. Grebennikov to Holt, trying to put that one through the middle, and Shapitsin able to knock it off of his stick. Grebennikov high slot, he lost it there. Graham Near side circle. Going to move this one up ahead, and now Shapitzin carries it into the zone, but he's offside. It looks like there was a little bit of contact up near the middle of the ice, but hey, Robin's racing, right? 11:07 left to go here in the second. 4-2. Carolina leads, and we'll get a neutral zone draw. See a couple of dandy saves right there by Pavlos on the replay. Doing a good job right now, holding on to Carolina's lead about midway through this game. Gerson tying up with Bunn, able to win it away from him. Gerson pushes it into the zone, and it's another offside. Well, it's a delayed offside. We continue to play as Columbus touched up. Here's Salak left wing circle. Salak in the corner, driven there by Clouston. Now Fate left wing circle, back for Bunn. Fires a shot. That one blocked up high by Gerson. This one rimmed around, went by Clouston all the way to the near board. San Paulo plays it up ahead for Hergott, who's got a goal in this game. Now, here's Gerson. He rims this one around to the far side board, Shapitzin. Hergott with it, back for Shapitzin. Down behind the net, Fate let it go by him. San Paulo was happy to watch it go by as well. Gerson to the right point, Clouston. He plays catch. Clouston a shot, and I think that one got blocked away by Fate. Pavlos couldn't see it. Vlasov up ahead for Bunn. 8:25 to go here in the second as he comes in over the line, left wing circle. Bunn, high slot. Pargach fires and scores. Yuri Pargach, his second goal of the game, third of the weekend. And Carolina trying to put a stranglehold on this one right now, 5-2. 8:10 to go in the second. Look at that, nice clean shot for Pargach, blocker side. This time he had to skate with it a little bit. His first goal of the night, that was more of a one-timer set up by Butita. This one, though, picked his spot and nailed it to perfection. Hayes versus Cangelosi on the draw, and we're back underway. In the Liberty Utility second period, DeNicola left wing circle has some space. He runs it into the corner, trying to pass it around, and Daniel Martin will intercept. Bakor getting this one ahead to Pargach, and now Cangelosi giving it back to Pargach. He's on hat-trick watch, but DeNicola will do a nice job lifting his stick. Left wing circle, he's in over the line at the hash mark, now waits up in the corner. DeNicola still with it on his backhand, great job shielding off the puck. Pass to Ozelinch, and Pargach able to take it away from him with a nice body bump. Here comes Daniel Martin in over the line, left wing side. Martin playing it, high slot. Cangelosi tied up by DeNicola, couldn't get the shot off. Right wing circle, Konechny. Now back for Cangelosi. He gets hit there. Bakor holds in. He and Konechny play some catch. Right circle, Cangelosi to Holton, and missed wide of the glove hand. Moving this one out to center. Here's C.J. Hayes, right wing side. 5:15 to go. Hayes to DeNicola, kicked away. Second effort, glove save. Pavlos, and no rebound given up after the initial one. 5:04 to go here in the second. 5-2 Carolina. It's time for another media timeout. When we come back, the rest of the second period on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
At Georgia Power, we believe our lake should be filled with water, not trash. That a healthy honeybee population will pollinate a healthier environment. That building homes is just as important as powering them. That's why we believe what we do off the grid is just as important as the clean, safe, reliable, affordable energy we provide on it. And that's a different kind of energy. Visit georgiapower.com/community.
Back here at the Virtual Civic Center, 5-2. Carolina leads, 5:04 left to go in the second. Columbus with some work to do here on virtual home ice. Tied up, face off to the right of Pavlos. Carolina will come out with it. Here's Jay Kenny, headmanning the rush as a defenseman. Kenny, right wing circle, now dives down beneath the net to the middle. McIntyre looking for his second and kicked away by Karpinski. DeNicola for Kostukov, now up ahead. Look at this, left wing side, Leorakos dropping it back to Bondarenko. Bondarenko couldn't play it back to the middle as Drabenikov got his foot in the way. Kenny knocked down there, and a penalty is going to come up to Columbus. Tripping is the signal, and it looks like Yanni Leorakos the guilty party. It's our first special teams action of the night. It'll be the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Of course, last night it was an opposite story as Carolina was cutting ruts to the sin bin, and it was Columbus making hay on the power play. What will the Thunderbirds doing their first power play of the night? Butita's quick shot was turned aside by Karpinski, and down the ice it goes with just under 3.5 to go in the second. Carolina can really do a lot to securing the 3 points ahead of the third period if they score in this stretch. Over to the left circle. Osaka a chance. Loose at the side of the net, and Butita couldn't bury it. Cangelosi tied up with Bondarenko. Back to the right point. It's Fate. Now for Cangelosi, right circle. For Fate again. At the center point. To Vlasov, left point. Now Osaka, left wing circle. 50 seconds left to go in this Houston Clinic penalty kill for the River Dragons. Osaka, center point to Fate. Now Vlasov, some triangle passing between the three. New systems apparently put in by Andre Nietzsche in the virtual world. Right point, Cangelosi for Fate. Now back for Cangelosi. Right circle couldn't go across as it was deflected away by the Dragons and sent down the ice with 10 ticks left to go in the Liarakos minor. Stretch pass at the red line, found by Panachik, one of the FPHL's forwards of the year. Panachik left circle to the middle, Osaka pad save, rebound kicked aside, and Karpinski slapped it out to the center point. Liarakos out of the box, 1-for-1 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight as Columbus, but Carolina still pressing hard with under a minute to go here in the second. Dumped down by the River Dragons. This will be icing as Daniel Martin, no, check that Salak, and it was not icing as I guess they say Carolina pushed it down. Here's Bakor. Over the red line, left wing side. Bakor stopped up. Liarakos did a good job trailing him on the back check. Now Liarakos taking some abuse from Panachik. That's 12 on 12 back there behind the Columbus net. Osaka a chance. Glove save made Karpinski, and he covers it up just as we get to the horn. And Columbus can head to the locker room and talk about what just happened there. Only 2 goals to speak of in that second period. They both belong to Carolina. One for Krivolovic, and Pargach, his second of the game, has made this a 5-2 Thunderbirds lead with only 20 minutes left to play. Stick around. Our second intermission media timeout is brought to you by the Swamp Fox Distilling Company in Buena Vista, Georgia. We'll be right back. The Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Hey y'all! Ever wonder what it's like to eat like a real New Yorker? Stop in for carved New York strip steak and butterfly shrimp at Golden Corral. Get all you want of our juicy hand-carved New York strip steak and crispy jumbo butterfly shrimp. So good, you won't be able to forget about it. Carved New York strip and jumbo shrimp. Available at dinner every weekend for a limited time. Only at Golden Corral. The only one for everyone.
Carved New York strip and butterfly shrimp available Friday and Saturday after 4 p.m. and Sunday after 11 a.m.
Candlewood Suites Northeast is the official hotel of the Columbus River Dragons. Your stay will be the best it can be with their spacious suites, full kitchens, and numerous upscale amenities that make your extended stay an extended pleasure. Give them a call at 706-940-0900 or book your room online at ihg.com and searching for Candlewood Suites Northeast. Located at 6611 Whittlesey Boulevard in Columbus, Candlewood Suites is only minutes away from all the fun and excitement that area attractions have to offer.
Back here for the third and final period of regulation. Carolina up 5-2, trying to salvage a win out of this weekend. River Dragons already have 5 of the 6 points. Carolina could force a more even split if this scoreline holds. Thunderbirds left to right in the white jerseys. River Dragons right to left in the teals. And we are back underway already in the victory lane. Third period, Salak left wing circle, trying to go to the middle, and it was kicked away. Panachik pass to the high slot. Vlasov just holds it in left point. To Panachik, left wing circle, over to Bunn, now to Fate right point, back for Bunn in the middle, that one sticked away. Karpinski doing a good job being active from his crease. There's Bondarenko in over the line, right wing circle, he scores! Ivan Bondarenko giving Columbus some life. It's a 2-goal game, 18:22 to go in the third. Bondarenko now with goals in back-to-back nights. And give the apples to MJ Graham and Vaughn Clouston here, but a nice shot from the left-hander, just going off the far side post and in. Not exactly his signature celebration here in the Chell game, but Bondarenko and the virtual River Dragons will take it. 5-3, Carolina, 18:22 to go in the third. Now let's see if the River Dragons can capitalize on this momentum. Osaka v. Graham at center ice. We're back underway. To Cristofaro for Graham. Drop for Kostukov. He fires one there. Pinballs around feet. Liarakos left circle. A chance blocked away there by Pavlas. Osaka with this. Up the near side boards. He goes to Krivolovic. Krivolovic's got some space. Trying to get around a man. A pass left circle to Butita. And a good play there. Looked like it was Vaughn Clouston doing a good job. Check that it was Graham able to lift the stick and prevent the effort there on net. Here's Krupp ahead for Graham. Back for Krupp, and he whiffed on the one-timer there. Looks like the puck got deflected. Left point, Kostukov. Right point, DiCristofaro to the middle. Krupp fires, pad save made. Rebound popped out, back loose to Krupp. It went through his legs. Fallis for Krupp, right wing corner. Vlasov holding him up along the wall. Vlasov moves this one ahead to Butita. Held in by Fallis, trying to go back off the far side boards. Krupp will collect. Krupp to the middle. Graham had it kicked off of his stick by Carolina. Graham, left wing circle to Fallis. Now Kostukov, center point. Pass to the middle. Krupp scores! Jay Krupp, spinorama, and a big-time goal. 5-4, 15:05 to go in the third. Well, this is the start Columbus had drawn up in the locker room after 40 minutes. Carolina dominated the middle frame. Columbus with their foot on the pedal to come out here in the third and bring it back to a one-goal game already with still 15:05 to go. Face-off at center ice. Hayes and Cangelosi. No timeout taken by the Carolina bench. We'll see how that strategy goes. Bakor up ahead. Cangelosi now to Klinechki. He's in over the line. He waits up. Left wing circle. Dropping this back to Pargat. Bakor lets one go, and a glove save by Karpinski. Caught that one, ranging to his left, and covers up the rebound. 14:24 to go here in the Victoryland third period. 5-4. Carolina leads, but Columbus, the two goals to speak of in this third period. Ozelinch up ahead for Hayes. Hayes left wing side. He's going to move this one up into the zone. Hayes dropped there by Bakor as he was trying to drive the nets. Pargach moving this one up the right wing side. Pargach for Cangelosi. Back for Pargach. Fires, and that close to a hat trick for the diminutive Czech winger. Now here's DeNicola up ahead for right wing side to Lennartson. Lennartson got bodied up there by Martin, but a pass right back to the point, and Kugler knocked away by Klinechki. Hayes will finish off his check on Klinechki at the end of that one. Here's Bakor in over the line, right wing circle. Bakor stops up. That one poked away by Ozelinch, goes down the ice, and it will be found again by Bakor, this time at his own blue line. 11:50 to go here in the Victoryland third period. Carolina 5, Columbus 4. Holt going across the crease, and a save made by Karpinski as McIntyre, he was looking for his second of the evening. So a one-goal game here for sure, but Columbus with the momentum, getting the last two goals in this one from Bondarenko, one from Krupp. And now we got a face-off coming to the right of Karpinski. Grebennikov beat Gerson, tied up in the feet. McIntyre pushed it out, but right onto the stick of Santapalo. Here's Hergot. He moves it up over the line to Santapalo, right wing circle, a shot, save made. Pavlos, rebound spilled behind the net. Here's Hergot with it, right wing circle, pass back, and that one couldn't be held in. Karpinski will come out of his cage to lay it off to Klauston. Up into the neutral zone. Gerson taking some abuse, lays it to the defense. Shapitzin up ahead. Hergot in over the line. Hergot, right wing circle, stopped up, and the high slot knocked off the puck by Jay Kenny. Jan Salak, left wing side, 3-on-2 as he hits the line. Salak rims it around to the far side corner. Panachik chasing after it there, pushed it ahead. Salak now to the defense. Here's Peshtuka trying to go back off the high wall. Grebennikov with it, left wing side. To the right point, Peshtuka. Panachik back for Peshtuka. They play some catch in some traffic at the right wing circle. Gloved down by Gerson, but he couldn't get it out. Peshtuka holds in right point. Panachik along the hash mark. Going back to Peshtuka with some space. Left wing side. Kenny a shot, and that one blocked away by Karpinski. 8 minutes left to go here in the third of a one-goal game. Carolina 5, Columbus 4. Here's Hergot, left wing side. Hergot looks at the circles, waits, fires, and he just missed short side. Looked like Pavlos might have gotten a blocker on it. Shapitzin, left wing circle, trying to go down to Santapalo in the corner. Pass was offline, and now Klauston holds in at the right side. Taken off of Hergot's stick by Salak. He'll skate this one up into the zone. Salak, right wing circle, Deeks fires, pad save made there by Karpinski. And he'll give up no rebound. 6:28 to go in the third. And once again, we get our media timeout. Carolina 5, Columbus 4. The exciting conclusion is next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Columbus Diagnostic Center, the area's clear choice for diagnostic imaging. CDC Northside features the area's first and only 3T MRI, the most powerful MRI available, and our new 64-slice CT scanner, cutting-edge imaging that's available at both locations. For over 30 years, patient comfort, lower costs, and uncompromising dedication remain our top priority. Clearer results for a more accurate diagnosis. Columbus Diagnostic Center and CDC Northside. Technology with a human touch.
Back here at the Civic Center, face off to the left of Karpinski. Osaka and Dimmitt with 6:25 and counting left to go here in the third. Krivolovic drives the net. Osaka denied as kicking out the right pad is Karpinski. Delayed penalty coming up here against Columbus in the middle of that scrum. Butita knocked down, and that will allow the River Dragons to touch the puck. And we get the assessment, a high sticking call against the River Dragons' Cameron Dimmitt. So it'll be the second Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night for Columbus. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. 5:49 to go here in the third, an absolutely crucial moment for both of these teams. Carolina trying to restore their 2-goal lead on the man advantage. Fate with a blast from the center point and a Karpinski save, and cover will get us another whistle. 5-4 Carolina. Columbus, this is their second time on the man disadvantage. Carolina 0 for 1 on their power play. Columbus has yet to receive a man advantage in this one, but the 5-on-5 offense has been showing up, to be sure, for both teams. Dumped down the ice. Fate has it in the neutral zone. Glass off for Butita, left wing side. Butita skates this one up. Fate, high slot, waits, looks, fires, save made through traffic by Karpinski, and Kugler will dump that one down the length of the ice. Glasoff has this one on the near side circle. Plays this one ahead to Cangelosi. 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Cangelosi, loose puck, deep right circle. Osaka one-timer save made. Another effort. Loose in the crease. Karpinski comes out, and he jumps on it there. Karpinski has been phenomenal, not only in this weekend, but so far in the whole sim. He's got a 4-1-1 record, but what will happen here tonight? Graham tied up with Bunn. Graham wins it clean. Couldn't be slapped out. Held there by the Birds. Bunn lost it off the stick of Graham. 30 seconds left. Thought about a shorthanded rush. Instead, Graham slaps it around from halfway. Here's Panachik. Right wing side. 3-on-4 as he hits the line. Panachik stops up to the right point. Klinechki. Now Bakor. He winds up deflected, and they score! Jan Salak, a River Dragon killer of late, puts his stick on that. Looked like it got 5-hole on Karpinski. A power play goal has made it 6-4 Carolina. Salak picks up his second goal of the afternoon. This one in less controversial fashion. The first one needed a video review. No video review there. That was definitely a low stick. Good deflection by the big check forward, and now it's 6-4 Carolina. Columbus, they'll have a mountain to climb. 3:56 to go here in the Victoryland third period. River Dragons win the draw. DiCristofaro up ahead. Here's Krupp, left wing circle. Got some space. Bakor took it off of his stick. And Pavlos sticked it away as it got to him. Pass got in between the defensemen, and DiCristofaro will regroup back at the red line. This one dumped in, rimmed around, left wing corner, putting a check onto a man. Fallis takes it away. Fallis, pass across. Krupp, high slot, couldn't shoot it. Kostukov to DiCristofaro. Back for Kostukov, a shot, and a blocker save made there by Pavlos. Krupp thought about the wraparound. He scored that way once before this weekend already. Here's Kostukov, left point, down to the middle. That one sticked away. Good active stick there by Cangelosi. Puck free in the slot. Krupp a chance in tight. Save made as Pavlos closed the door. Here's Cangelosi, right wing side. Just over a minute to go here in the third. Cangelosi waits across. Big save, Karpinski, as he keeps this a 2-goal game, and he'll be looking to go to his bench. Under a minute to play here in the third. There he goes. Here's Learakos at the high slot, tied up there with Holt. He'll go back out to the neutral zone. 6 River Dragons out on the ice. Bondarenko back in over the line, right wing circle to the middle. MJ Graham knocked off the puck there. Bondarenko right circle for Kostukov, now over for Dimmitt. Kugler back for Dimmitt. Kugler again, winds up high slot, save made with the glove by Pavlos. 33.5 left to go in the third. 6-4 Carolina. Columbus the empty net. Certainly not impossible. We saw what happened on Friday. Columbus 2 goals with the extra attacker to force overtime. will need a similar effort in the next 33 and a half ticks. Osaka and Hayes tied up on the draw. Vlasov comes out with it behind his net. Now he's tied up by Lenartson. DeNicola trying to rush in first. Puck squirts free. Vlasov is able to recontrol it. Butita moves this one ahead into the neutral zone. He's got an empty net in front. Butita pass Osaka, and he scores. And this one appears to be over. Osaka, the empty net goal, 7-4 Carolina, 18.2 left to go here in the third. Crowd, no doubt, will certainly head to the exits. Hope with the extra addition here at the Civic Center and the many more fans. Of course, this is the NHL simulation, but got to be mindful of that traffic out there at the Civic Center. Just trying to get a beat on it now, as it is a 3-goal game with 18.2 left to go here in the third. Osaka, the empty netter from Butita and Vlasov, and Stan Vlasov has had himself a heck of a night. We'll tell you a little bit more about that as we've been keeping book, and this one will be dumped down by Carolina with 10 ticks to go in the third. 7-4, looks like Carolina's going to come out with this. A delayed penalty coming up against the Thunderbirds. River Dragons vacate the net, firing a shot. Hayes and a save made by Pavlos, and 0.8 seconds left to go in the third. Well, I guess we can mention them. It'll be the first Georgia power play of the night for Columbus. It'll come way too late, and it's definitely too little. Krivolovic, a little bit of bump on the backside there, gets called for hooking at the 20-minute mark of the third period, as there's 0.8 left to go here in the third. Face off to the left of Pavlos, purely ceremonial, and that will do it. Carolina comes away with the big win here on Sunday, takes all 3 points, but Columbus does win the series. They take 5 out of the 9, winning in a shootout on Friday and in regulation on Saturday. Take nothing away, though, from what the Thunderbirds did here tonight. They staved off a big-time Columbus charge. Bondarenko and Krupp each had scored with just over 5 minutes of the third period to make it 5-4. Carolina, they buckled down and were able to come away with the win and try and do their part to keep Port Huron at bay, as the race for the Western Division might not seem like much of a race right now, but the Prowlers, they are getting hot as we stand here tonight. Thunderbirds 7, River Dragons 4. That will just about do it for us before we take a look at some of the stats and the 3 stars of the game. Of course, this is the Michelob Ultra post-game show now. Thanks so much for joining us in as part of your Sunday afternoon here on Twitch. It's certainly been a lot of fun to call this game for you. And hey, there might not be real live hockey on the ice, but we try to bring it to you in any way we can to keep our awesome fans entertained. Both Columbus and Carolina, 2 of the best supported franchises in the FPHL, no doubt. Your final recap of stats here on the Michelob Ultra post-game show. Carolina 7, Columbus 4. Thunderbirds outshot the River Dragons by a tally of 34-24. We're 1 for 2 on their power play. That means the River Dragons 1 for 2 in the Houston Clinic penalty kill. And technically, yes, the River Dragons 0 for 1 on the Georgia power play, even though that one power play lasted all of 0.8 seconds. You can also see the face-offs 1 number there by the Thunderbirds, 21-13 in favor of Carolina. That went a long way to setting the tone of play and allowing Carolina to jump out to the lead that they had, even though, remember, Columbus did score first in this game. That was through Edgars Ozolinsh. Your goal scorers for Columbus in this order, they go Ozolinsh, Hergott, Bondarenko, and Krupp. And then for Carolina, you get McIntyre, Salak, Pargach, Krivolovic, Pargach again, Salak again, and then Osaka on the empty netter. Your 3 stars of the game as chosen, well, by the game we should say. It's an all Thunderbird sweep. Star number 3 going to go to Joe Osaka. He picked up the empty net goal, also had an assist to his name. Jan Salak, a big 2-goal night for him, picks up star number 2. Star number 1, we mentioned it near the end of the game. Stan Vlasov had a huge game on the blue line, shutting down everything. He finishes with 4 assists and 4 hits, and that gives him first star honors here tonight. Looking around, Stan Vlasov, even though he finished even, the 4 assists, enough to get him star number 1. John Butita also had a 3-assist night for the Thunderbirds. Take nothing away from Yuri Pargach, his 2-goal night, and a whole bunch of other guys. They were able to tally up as part of a 7-goal night for the Thunderbirds. Over for the River Dragons, Captain Chase Follis picks up 2 helpers. He's the only one that picks up a multi-point night. A bunch of guys with 1 point, a few guys in the +1 margin, but other than that, tough night for the River Dragons, as it seems like the defense let them down a little bit as the Thunderbirds come away with a big 7-4 win on Sunday. They take all 3 points tonight, but only take 4 out of the 9 from the weekend. Columbus, with their 2 previous wins, they take 5 out of 9 points to win the weekend, but only just, as Carolina gets the upper hand on them here on Sunday, and that's what everyone will have to think about as they head into next weekend's games. Well, it's been a lot of fun for you here as part of Under Review's unofficial FPHL season sim. I want to thank everybody who tuned in and thank all of our big-time players on the ice, in the front office, the executives all around who allow us to have such a great league like the FPHL is, and we have such dedicated fans that care about it and want to see at least some sort of conclusion to it here this year. I'm Zak DeBeaussaert, the voice of the River Dragons. Who knows, maybe you might hear me again on one of these later on in the future, but if you don't, it's been an absolute treat to call for you here tonight. One more time, your final score: Carolina 7, Columbus 4 on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcasting Network.
You've been listening to the Michelob Ultra Postgame Show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show was brought to you by B&B Beverage Company, Michelob Ultra, Cypress Partners, Express Printing, Chattahoochee Southern Brewhouse, and P&B Broadcasting. All rights to this broadcast are reserved by the Columbus River Dragons and P&B Broadcasting. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the description or accounts of this game are expressly prohibited without the written consent of the Columbus River Dragons and P&B Broadcasting. This has been a presentation of the Columbus River Dragons Hockey Club.